Yo, you guys ever see those videos where it looks like it's like the training to end all trainings, the greatest of all time? Then the guy's got to stare at nothing and run his hand through his hair and take off his shirt, and even though it's like negative 45 degrees outside, he's completely unaffected. He does a bunch of drills that he'd never do because they look cool. And it turns out he's actually a professional cricket player, so it doesn't even make sense. Whatever looks good though, right?
Yes!
What's about? Bullshit. Training isn't always glamorous, but it is worth it, so let's get to work.
All right, guys, we're deep in it. Day 12. So, constructing the perfect training means, of course, that you have to get all aspects of the game. I know it's way easier if you just want to come out here and shoot a few balls, but you won't improve as an overall player. So, what we have for you today are the 5 things, the 5 hacks in order to construct the perfect training. Let's go. Now it's obvious that some days you're going to go out with the idea to hit some free kicks, take some shots, just mess around, whatever your goal is for the day. But if you're trying to improve as an overall player, then these are the things you just can't miss. And each drill doesn't get an equal amount of time because some are more important than others. Just another point that I want to stress: as a player, you're going to have certain strengths. You want to play to those strengths. If you start trying to fix all your weaknesses, you'll make some progress, but you'll lose overall because you're not doing what you do best. Juggling is one of the easiest skills to sleep on, but also one of the easiest to train. While you spend virtually no time in the game juggling, what you don't realize is how much mastery over the ball you get from doing just this. Instead of juggling however you want, you have to aim to challenge yourself, because the challenge is where all the gold is. We start by juggling at about waist height just to get loose and move it onto our thighs. From there, it gets tricky, where we use our feet only to pop the ball above our waist but below our head. Once we're comfortable there, we challenge ourselves even more by using our feet to pop the ball over our heads. And finally, we finish it off by popping it up and taking a few touches down low before sending it back up again. Even if you're at an intermediate level, you could go through all of these in about 5 minutes and still get a lot of touches in. Imagine all of that compounded over a few days, a week, or even a month. You should know that we're going to work on this. You do it every time you play it, but more importantly, we're going to get hyper-focused on being quick, creative, and completely under control. We threw some cones down in a little box here. Use whatever you got to create a little square and then get after it by going in and out in any pattern you want. All that matters is that the ball stays close and you're moving from left to right, in and out, using both feet and throwing something interesting in from time to time. Now, we give ourselves a little more structure because at the end of the day, your dribbling technique and control can make or break you as a player. Try to match the rhythm that we show here: left to right, right to left, inside, outside, inside, outside. You'll know when you got it, and make sure you go slow until you do. Form is everything. Last of our dribbling drills just allows us to do something that we're going to do an infinite number of times in the game: dribble at top speed. Your only goal is to go straight through the markers that you set up, rest a second, and go again. Head back to that square you set up and make it just a little bit bigger so you have some space. If you're not good at controlling the ball, you can virtually forget about having fun on the field. Nobody likes to pass the guy that's always losing the ball. Toss the ball up a couple times and bring it down. Use your feet at first. Make sure you settle some to the inside and outside, just like in a game. Move it up to your thighs and eventually chest a couple. Take a couple touches to the left or right once you bring it down, and if you can flick the ball up from your feet, even better. But no problem if you got to toss it up each time. Same box. All we do now is combine that with the final pass. Get the ball down any way you want, take a couple touches and keep control, and then pass it through a small area. It doesn't have to be cones. You can hit a spot on the wall, play it to a moving teammate, whatever. Don't forget to drive or ping some of them as well. Now to what seems like everybody's favorite thing in the world, hitting shots, which I'm not actually sure if it is everybody's favorite, because if you hate shooting, comment below and tell us why. Anyway, what we're up to here is all about placement and repetitions. You can bend these shots, you can strike them full on. We're in so close to start just to make sure our form is right, but be quick, stay light on your feet, hit them with some pace and aim for the corners. All we do now is keep the same form but move back a bit. It's training, and the great thing about having such a specific goal is that while we do this, we don't necessarily need a goalie. Your goal is to keep aiming for that corner. Now that we're outside the box, you gotta resist the temptation to just wanna smash these as hard as you can. Nothing's changed. Strike them well, but if you end up hitting 4 out of 5 way over the bar or not near your target, you're not focusing. Take some power off and hit the frame. Guys, today's a rare day. We're gonna let you choose which drills you need to do. Ideally, you get through them all, but if each and every one of you is honest, then you know what you need to be working on. Put in the work. There's no fitness today, but the juggling and dribbling are mandatory.
All right, guys, so make sure that when you're constructing a training, where you're going out to the field to train, that you think about all of these things before you go out there, all right? You can do every single one of these drills on your own, so no excuses. Put the work in, you'll get something out of it. So throw us a like, comment, and definitely subscribe. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Crossbar.